Hello everyone, today I want to talk about what happened 2 days ago. Six hostages were killed in cold blood by the terrorist organization Hamas, and apparently they were killed, they had bullet wounds. They were killed because they got a bullet in the head, and apparently when they were killed they had their hands tied in the back. This shows again the depravity, cruelty, barbarity of those people, Hamas, whose methods are reminiscent of Nazis and reminiscent of what happened on the 7th of October, unfortunately. So those six hostages were killed in cold blood. The second point is that Hamas didn't want those hostages to be found alive. When they realized that the IDF were going to find those hostages, because the IDF got intelligence and information in order to find those hostages, Hamas decided to execute, not kill, execute those hostages in order for Israel not to find them alive. What does it mean? It means that Hamas is not interested in negotiations. It means that it's not interested in whether the hostages are dead or alive. They are not interested in negotiations because for them, dead hostages are even better than live hostages. Why? Because they know that Israel values and cherishes life above all, and would do anything to get those hostages back, whether they are alive or dead. This is the reason why for Hamas it doesn't matter whether they are alive or dead. The next point that I want to mention is that in that case, why do we have to negotiate? How can we negotiate with such people? How can we reach a deal with such people? How can we make a deal or reach a compromise with such people who are obviously not interested in returning the hostages alive, who are obviously not interested in negotiations? Because those people, we have to say, it is very clear, and I think it's very clear, it's clear for everyone to see that those people are not rational. They are completely irrational, and this is the reason why I don't think we can reach a deal or a compromise with such people who display, who are basically barbarians. And the last point that I want to mention is that America and Europe are pressuring Israel in order to sign a deal for the release of the hostages. I think, personally, that this deal would be a death sentence to the remaining hostages, because who knows, if we sign a deal in order to release the hostages, who can be sure that those hostages will not be executed right before being released? Because as I said, Hamas is irrational, and because, as we know, those six hostages who were executed 2 days ago, were executed 72 hours before the IDF found their bodies. So I don't think that a deal is possible. At this point, I don't think that a deal with Hamas, with irrational people, is possible. What do you think? Have a good day. Bye-bye.